Good evening, good evening, and welcome to the Stephanie Humphrey channel.
Evening and welcome.
It is such a blessing to be wherever you are tonight, in your home, your car, wherever you are. It is a blessing to be with you tonight to share a little bit of news. I don't have much tonight, y'all, but let me go back to how I want to start the show from now on. Today is Thursday, June 25th, 2025. It is the Stephanie Humphrey channel and the Stephanie Humphrey podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Sip and Say with Stephanie. Welcome to Sip and Say with Stephanie. Yes, I want to start adding the date to it, you all, because I know that the show itself indicates the date, but it's good for me to add it at the beginning of the broadcast. So it's something that I'm going to try to start doing moving forward, to adding the date so that we all know what day it is when I'm talking to you. So yes. So anywho, y'all, it's Sip and Say with Stephanie. It's such a blessing to, again, just to be with you wherever you are, your home, your car, your office, wherever you might be at this time. It's a blessing to share with you all. You all know I normally say that during Bible study time, but it's also a blessing to share a little bit of news and other information that I like to share with you on our third and fourth Thursdays. So hey, what y'all sipping on tonight? I just put me some ice. I should have gotten one of my coasters, but I just put some ice in my Stephanie Humphrey channel cup. So I'm drinking on some wonderful, amazing H2 in the O, y'all. H2 in the O. That is what I'm sipping on tonight. Some ice cold water, y'all. It's hot out the door. I don't know where y'all live, but it's hot roundabout up in here. And so I'm sipping on some H2O because I need to get some more in. I drank most of my 64 ounces today, but I need to add a little bit more in. Oh, I forgot to put my Juneteenth bracelets on. I didn't mean to put them on before I got on the show. But I'm not going to run and get them, but I did want to have them on today. Oh, that water is cold and good, but I didn't put them on. So how y'all doing? How are y'all doing emotionally? How are you doing mentally? How are you doing physically? How are you doing socially? How are you doing mentally? How are you doing spiritually? Did I get all of them? Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, socially. That's the one I forgot. Physically, spiritually. How are you all doing? I am doing good. I said it that way because I'm ready to go to bed, but obviously it's a Thursday, right? And so during the summer for the school district that I work at, we do 10-hour weeks, 10-hour days during the week because our offices are closed on Friday. And so these 10 hours be something else. Let me just say they be something else. And so I am off tomorrow. I'm so thankful that I'm off tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just glad that I get to choose. So anyway, I'm off tomorrow, y'all. I need to fold some clothes. I'm not gonna tell y'all how many baskets of clothes that I have waiting for me right now because that's my business. But I'm gonna probably fold clothes tomorrow, and just a few things that I need to put away. So that's probably what I'll be doing tomorrow. And I'm gonna rest. And there's a movie that I want to see, you all, that I'll probably watch tomorrow. Tomorrow as well. Not either, but tomorrow as well. And so yes, y'all. So I only have a little bit of news for you tonight. It's actually 2 updates that I wanted to share with you tonight. And then I figured I would share the products, just got a few products for Juneteenth that went out. So I'll tell you about my Juneteenth celebration. So I got some new Black-owned business products that I want to share with you. And then just a few reminders about what we need to be doing. And that's about it, y'all. That's about all I'm going to do tonight. I think I'm going to be finished before 7:30. So look, y'all, I've never done an hour show, I don't think. But I'm going to try to do an hour show tonight. And so if it's like when it gets to be 6:40, not 6:45, but 7:15, because 6:45 is like 15 minutes, but 15 minutes from the time that I started, which would be 7:30. So at 7:15, somebody give me a message in the chat to let me know 15 minutes, Stephanie, because I'm going to really try to get us out here by 7:30. Okay. Hi, Aunt Wanda. Glad that you're here. Aunt Wanda is sipping on water tonight. So yes, me too. So let's get into our Black History fact first. And on July 24th, oh, this is which calendar is this? This has got to be my 2025 calendar. I mean, my 2024 calendar. No, it's my 2025 calendar. So today is the 24th. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. I gave y'all the wrong date. Look, I said I was going to start giving you all the date and then gave you the wrong date. I wrote it down wrong. Today is the 24th. I'm sorry. I'm in July. Look, I'm wrong all the way around. I'm wrong. I told y'all the right day. I'm in the wrong month. Me and this EJI calendar, boy, we be going through some things. Let me just say, the EJI calendar, Equal Justice Initiative calendar. That EJI is an organization started by Brian Stevenson. Ain't nothing wrong with the calendar. It's me. Chat me. We be going this sip and say with Stephanie. You don't never know what's gonna happen. So yeah, so this is Sip and Say with Stephanie. We never know what's gonna happen. Chat, I done cut off my podcast. I'm gonna try to have to merge the two together now. I done got excited. June 25th, 2025. Yes, it's today's 25th, 2025. Hallelujah. Look, I need to go shut down the broadcast and restart, right? But seriously, let me grab my glasses so I can see. So on June 20, I'm still wrong. Today the 26th. Somebody, y'all look. Let me get my own life together. I'm just going by my memory. I done told y'all I can't rely on my memory. Okay, so let's start again. Today is Thursday, June 26th, 2025. Welcome to Sip and Say with Stephanie. Welcome to Sip and Say with Stephanie. How y'all doing emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, and socially? I am doing really well. I am ready to get on my recliner and just enjoy the rest of my day. But that does not mean I'm going to give you any less of me. You'll still get the full of me. And then afterwards, I'll be able to eat some dinner and go sit on my recliner. Praise the Lord. So on June 26, 1844, after slavery is declared illegal in Oregon, officials passed laws that prohibit Black people from residing in the state and authorize the whipping of Black people found there. That's Oregon, y'all. 1844 Oregon, Midwest. Oregon is in the Midwest, right? Or let me see if it's closer up north. And that might be why, because I don't think a lot of Black people live in Oregon. I'm not quite sure what their population is, but I'm just wondering, how many Black people reside in Oregon. So Oregon is okay, so it's right above, so it's actually West Coast. It is right below Washington, right above California and Nevada. I used to know a little bit better about where the states are located, but child, I don't be knowing like where states are like I used to. Anywho, it is on the West Coast. So that's interesting. And I am curious to know about their Black population, but I'm not going to look it up now because we need to keep moving. Yes. So on June 25th, 2023, in Shelby County versus Holder, the Supreme Court invalidates key provisions of the Voting Rights Act, removing protections that has shielded voters from racial discrimination since 1965. That's why we need the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. It passed in the House, did not pass in the Senate, but I declare it needs to be reintroduced. In my opinion, it needs to be reintroduced. All right, on June 26, 1844, after slavery, that was that's the one I already did. So on June 27, 1911, a mob of several hundred white men lynches two Black men, Tom Allen and Joe Watts, in Walton County, Georgia, after a local white judge refuses to protect them. That ain't nothing new, y'all. And it's still the same way. Black people have little to no protection in this country of I say divided states of America. All right, you all. So the picture for June is Strike by Hank Willis. I think I showed you all this, or did I show you the last one? Anyway, um, this sculpture by Hank Willis Thomas evokes violence and resistance. So you all, I've been told y'all, if y'all don't have the EJI calendar, you ought to need to get it every single year. Get enough because you can order individual ones and you can order packs of 10. I don't know if it comes packs come higher than 10. But get you a pack of 10 so that you can give them out as Christmas gifts to your family, friends, and coworkers. Okay, let's get into just a little bit of news. I only have 2 news stories, y'all. We know if you don't know, research your own information about the Iran strikes, about Israel and Iran, and now the USA in it. Y'all get the information because it is my plan to report very little about what's going on with this administration. So I think there's enough news cycles that are happening to give you the information that you need. If not, you can research it. I just don't want to say those individual names that are running the administration and all of the secretaries of the different departments. It's just a mess in America right now with present leadership and unqualified people leading the country. And I just want to say as little as possible about them. So you all will have to do the research on that yourself. Now, of course, if something, well, the Iran strikes is something major. I was just about to say, if it's something major, I'll definitely report it. And the Iran strike, is a major event that has happened. Oh, Lord Jesus. You all search it out for yourselves. Listen to the news report or briefing by Hedgepeth. I think I pronounced his name correctly. Lord, my tongue is all twisted and tied up tonight. So the 2 news stories that I'm going to share with us tonight are updates. Okay, these are updates of stories that I have reported on in the past. And it's good to get some updates about, well, for me, it's good for me to give you updates about some of the reports that I've given to you in the past. So this one is about, I want to talk about baby Isaiah first. So I don't know, I think I gave this report in 2024. I wrote down January 25th, 2024 as the day that I shared this information right here on the Stephanie Humphrey channel, Sip and Say with Stephanie. And if you remember, there was a baby in Atlanta that the parents, Travion Taylor Jr. and Jessica Ross, Miss Jessica was pregnant. She went in to deliver her baby, and there was some complications that happened. Miss Ross, and I believe her husband as well, they asked for a cesarean, but the doctors did not give her the cesarean. As it's reported here, they asked her, Miss Ross noted that they asked her to continue to push over a 3-hour period, and they had to end up doing an emergency cesarean anyway. So baby Isaiah passed away during this process. I don't know what type of crises he was in. I can't remember, and it doesn't say in this updated report that I have. But anyway, oh yes, it does. I'm sorry, that's not right. It does say the complication was that baby Isaiah did not descend properly during labor, which means he didn't get in the birth canal during the labor process, so he wasn't able to be, successfully delivered vaginally, even though the medical team tried to have Miss Ross deliver vaginally. But if y'all have children in the room, I forgot to say this. If you all have children in the room, please, especially if they're under 13, maybe under 12, I ask that you will go into a separate room because I don't think this is appropriate for children. Neither of these reports, well, this report in particular is not appropriate for young children. So if they happen to be in the room with you right now, I do ask that you will go into another room with your device or ask them to go to another room. So anyway, during the process of the C-section, the baby was decapitated, you all. The baby was decapitated. You may remember me sharing this information. And so they felt like, so getting back to the baby not descending into the labor canal, it was most likely due to shoulder dystocia. I hope I pronounced that correctly. All of you medical professionals can definitely correct me if you need to. Which and shoulder dystopia is a condition where the baby's shoulder is caught behind the mother's pelvic, not pelvic, but pubic, excuse me, pubic bone. Lord have mercy, my enunciation tonight is woo. But behind the mother's pubic bone, so which is one of the reasons why it is believed that baby Isaiah didn't descend into the labor canal as is needed for a vaginal birth. So Miss Ross, again, she asked for a cesarean, quote, while the baby was viable. Um, that's what their attorney, Roger Edmonds, shared in a news report. Of course, this happened in 2023. And instead, the doctor, who was Dr. Tracy St. Julian, tried to deliver the baby vaginally, and it didn't work. So they ended up giving Miss Tracy a cesarean, and by that time, it's reported that by that time, the baby was deceased. They did try to, let me see. So they did use different methods to try to deliver the baby vaginally. One of the methods that they used was excessive traction, and that is what resulted in the decapitated skull. Excuse me, that is what resulted in decapitation, as well as skull and facial bone fractures and other injuries to baby Isaiah. It was noted through their lawyer, Mr. Edmonds, that the even after Miss Tracy and her, her male friend, the baby's father, when they asked for the cesarean, it is noted that they still asked her to push for about 3 hours, keep pushing for 3 hours, as opposed to listening to her request. Which, when I read this initially in 2024, I was like, a lot of times doctors do not listen to Black women when we go in. I can't speak for Black men, I'm not sure, but there are reports that Black women are not taken seriously when we go to the doctors or to the hospital with concerns. We are oftentimes not taken seriously. One of the thoughts behind that is Black women can endure a large amount of pain. And so we're over exaggerating when we say we're in dire need, or when we ask for specific medical care that we know will be successful or has been proven to be successful for us in the past and will most likely be successful for us in the future. And so I think that is one of the reasons why, and our next story highlights that, but one of the reasons why, and it is not, I'm even gonna say that's a reason, that's an excuse. It's an excuse. So again, they still had to perform an emergency C-section. And so Mr. Travion Taylor Jr. and Miss Jessica Ross, they did sue. And let me backtrack before I get to the suing. The pathologist, there was a pathologist, Dr. Jackson Gates. He actually released video footage of the autopsy. Yes, I did say he released video footage of the autopsy. So the Miss Jessica, have I been saying her name wrong? I think I've been calling her Tracy, and it's actually Jessica. So I apologize, correcting myself in real time. It's Jessica Ross. If I called her Tracy, I apologize. Her name is Jessica. So Miss Jessica Ross, her and Mr. Travion Taylor, they did pay for an autopsy to be conducted. And again, this pathologist who conducted the autopsy, he released video. Now, this is what he said. I have not, and this is a quote from Dr. Gates, Dr. Jackson Gates, the pathologist. He says, I have not violated HIPAA. It is not required by a physician to get consent to report a crime or some sort of health issue to the public. I've been doing this for 15 years, publishing my autopsy cases to explain to the public the victimization of those persons who have died. I feel like if you're gonna show somebody's loved one, if you're gonna show their autopsy via video and make it available to the public, which he did on his social media, then you should get permission from the families. That's what I believe. What do y'all think about it? Would you want to see or have seen, have available, I shouldn't say have seen, but do you want to see or have available a video of the autopsy of your loved one? I know I don't want my loved one's autopsy to be out there for all the free world to see. So what do y'all think? How do you all feel about it? Add your comments to the chat. And if you're listening to the rebroadcast, add your comments about that to the comment section. So Dr. Gates made a statement in response, according to this report, in response to him being sued for invasion of privacy, fraud, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Okay, so the parents did sue Dr. Gates on September 23rd. They also sought punitive damages, or actually were awarded punitive damages um, against Dr. Gates and against the medical diagnostic choices in Atlanta. And so let me see. The medical diagnostic choices in Atlanta, that might be the umbrella for the hospital that Miss Jessica was at. The name of the hospital was Southern Regional Medical Center. Okay. Southern Medical Regional Center. And if you remember the report, if you don't remember, I'll refresh your memory. Dr. St. Julian, who performed the cesarean, who was, the delivery doctor and performed the cesarean, she was not a practicing physician at this particular medical center. I don't know if I can't remember from the original report, and it's not listed on this report, if they contracted her in or not. I don't remember, but I did add the link already to the description so you can go back and listen to that video yourself. But she was not a practicing physician at that particular center. Let me see if it says. I don't remember reading it. She was an obstetrician. So I don't know if she was their obstetrician or not. It doesn't say, and I can't remember from the original report, but yes. So again, the parents sued. They were awarded $2.25 million in damages. The 2 million, they will receive 2 million in compensatory damages, plus the additional 250,000 in punitive damages against Dr. Gates and the medical diagnostic choices in Atlanta. How y'all feel about that? I feel like they should have got more. I do. I think they should have gotten more. And I do want to note that Miss Ross and Miss Taylor, they felt like Dr. Gates, let me read it exactly, because so it did note that Dr. Gates uploaded multiple videos to his Instagram account that month. It was noted, quote, showing, quote, in graphic and grisly detail, a post-mortem examination of the decapitated, severed head of baby Isaiah. And of course, the baby's body was also in the videos that were uploaded. And then it is noted in this report that I obtained from NBC that this particular doctor had a history of posting videos and photos of other autopsies that he had performed. And then, of course, he made that statement that he didn't violate HIPAA. And it was ruled that baby Isaiah's death was a homicide. It did rule. I don't remember. I don't remember who ruled it a homicide. I know I read it somewhere. Let me see if I can read it again quickly. All right, I don't see it here, but it may have been in the initial report that baby Isaiah's death was ruled a homicide. So the parents were awarded their money, but I still don't think it was enough. I still feel like they should have got more because they still have to pay the lawyer for his fees, and I don't know how those medical bills were. How detailed those medical bills were. I don't know, but yeah, y'all, I'm just whew, my heart still is heavy for that family. But yeah, so that's the report of baby Isaiah. The other report also involves a baby, you all. So I reported this on May 15th of this year, where Miss Adriana Smith, she was declared brain dead, but she was pregnant, and according to Georgia laws, the baby, if the mother's life would have been terminated, it would have killed the baby, so it would have been under quote unquote an abortion. And according to Georgia's laws, that couldn't happen. So I'm gonna get into that story in a minute, but this is the second story. Both stories about babies, y'all. So again, I reported this on May 15th of this year. Miss Adriana Smith, her and her friend. I don't have his name right in here, but I'll have to add the link to this original story. I'll add it to the comment section, not to the comment section, but I'll add it to the description after the show. But let me see. So yeah, I don't have his name in this one. But Miss Adriana Smith, she was taken to the hospital, and instead of them treating her, or it was said that they did not do any type of like brain scan or hit scan to the head or anything. They actually sent her home. She went to Northside Hospital, but she was released and given medication. Again, they didn't run any scans, no tests, no, not anything. And I think she was having some severe headaches. If I remember the initial story, she was having some severe headaches. So anywho, she went home and they sent her home. And at some time during the night, her boyfriend heard her gasping for air and like gargling, making gargling noises. He took her back to the hospital, but this time they went to Emory Decatur Hospital. They transferred her to Emory University Hospital, and they did a CT scan there, and that CT scan showed that there were multiple blood clots in Miss Adriana's brain. They eventually declared her brain dead, and they did have her connected to a ventilator. So from February, when she first went into the hospital, until this week, Miss Adriana Smith was kept on a ventilator. Her mom noted in this report, which was released on June 17th and updated June 18th from NBC News, they were to take Miss Smith off of the ventilator this past Tuesday. And so Miss Adriana Smith, her mom, let me see, Miss April Newkirk, she noted, quote, "It's kind of hard, it's hard to process." And that is what she shared with WXIA of Atlanta. They did a interview with her. I did listen to the interview, and she just said it's hard, and I can imagine. And before they disconnected Miss Smith from the ventilator, her baby Chance was born prematurely via emergency C-section or cesarean. And so the baby was 1 pound and 13 ounces. Of course, he's in the NICU, the neonatal intensive care unit, NICU, where he's being cared for. And Miss April, the grandmother, she said, and I quote, "He's expected to be okay. He's just fighting. We just want prayers for him. Just keep praying for him." So, if you all know the words of prayer, if you understand the power of prayer, I ask that you will pray for baby Chance, that he will continue to grow and get stronger and be healthy and not have any developmental delays or any learning disabilities or anything like that, which that can happen to children who are born prematurely. So, I ask that you will pray for baby Chance, and I pray for the strength of his father and his grandmother and his oldest brother. He does have an older brother. And so I pray for their strength. I pray God will comfort them and give them peace and strengthen them during this time of losing their mom and their daughter and their, girlfriend, and having this new, beautiful, wonderful life to care for. And just so you know, Georgia has a law, it's called Georgia's Heartbeat Law. It's also called the Life Act. And it is noted that an abortion bans abortion after a heartbeat is detected. So, yeah, child. Yeah. So there's more to say about that, but I'll leave it there. There's a senator that had some things to say that I don't even want to read because I do not appreciate what he had to say about this particular incident. I'm so sick of men thinking that it is okay for them to tell a woman what to do with her body and then making comments about it, as there is no man in the world. People like to talk about how single mothers shouldn't be raising boys by themselves, or single mothers, and how boys turn out being raised by single mothers. I'm sick of hearing that. I really am. I'm sick of hearing it. There are plenty of amazing men in this world that were raised by single mothers. So I'm sick of hearing it. And in saying that, it made me think about men who have something to say about a woman and her body. I'm so sick of men, because men, you do not know what it's like to be a woman. You do not know what it's like to have menstruation. You do not know what it's like to deliver a baby, to care for that baby, to go through postpartum depression after that baby, potentially go through that. You don't know how it is. So for you to weigh in, especially a sitting senator weighing in on a situation like this that is so sensitive and so delicate, but you have something to say about it, I'm not even going to read what he said because it made me mad just reading it, and just thinking, like, why did you even have something to say? And I know he had something to say because he was the one that introduced this particular abortion ban. But why he felt like he should say something about this particular situation with Miss Smith, whoo, child, I just need men to shut up as it relates to a woman's health and what we decide to do with our bodies, especially when it comes to our care, like our medical care, our pregnancy care, abortions. Just shut up. That's how I feel about it. So you all can weigh in and let me know how you feel. But those are the only two news stories that I have. I'm looking at the time. It's 7:07. I think I'm going to make my deadline. So you all, I do want to talk about Juneteenth, because I want to know what y'all did. But I'm gonna do that first, and I'll get to voting. I have a little bit to say about voting, but again, that's all the news stories. If you want to know more about the Iran strikes, Iran and Israel, the current presidential, or the current person that's serving the office of the president, y'all gonna have to find that on your own, okay? Because I don't want to talk about it. Even though I just talked about it, I don't want to talk about it in detail, okay? So what did y'all do for Juneteenth? Juneteenth was last Thursday, all day long. We celebrated Juneteenth. And for those of you who don't know, Juneteenth is the celebration. It's been happening for decades in Texas and other Texas, New York, and other states in the United States. But on June 19th, 1865, about 2,000 Union troops who are mostly colored troops, mostly Black African American troops. They arrived in Galveston Bay, Texas, and they announced to more than 250,000 enslaved Black people in the state that they were free by the executive decree that came from President Abraham Lincoln on January 1st, 1863. And so we celebrate this Freedom Day or this Liberation Day every Juneteenth. It is what we call the Black Freedom Day. Child, I don't know what else, nobody else celebrating this next month, but Black Liberation Day, Black Freedom Day, Juneteenth. Yes, indeed. And you all, I did forget, I don't know if this is the history of Watch Night, but I believe it is the first watch night. So on the eve of January 1st, so December 31st, 1862, it is considered the first watch night. So this service took place when enslaved and free African Americans gathered in churches and private homes across the divided States of America to await the news of the Emancipation Proclamation, which came forth on January 1st, 1863. So at the stroke of midnight, as I am reading from the National Museum of African American History and Culture's website, enslaved people in Confederate states were declared free, legally free, and free indeed. And so again, the word didn't get down to Galveston Bay, Texas until June 19, 1865. I believe them slave owners knew, and they just wanted to keep Black people enslaved, and they did for another, a year and a half. For another 18 or so months, they kept the enslaved. And so what y'all do on Juneteenth? So I celebrated Liberation Day. I liberated my body and I rested the entire day. When I say I rested the entire day, I did not move out of my recliner except to go to the facilities and to cook me something to eat. That's it. Facilities, cooking something to eat. That's what I did. I liberated this body and I rested. Praise the Lord. What did y'all do for Juneteenth? Did y'all do anything special? Do you all have special celebrations for Juneteenth? Go ahead and add it to the chat, what you did on Juneteenth, or you can add it to the comment section if you're listening to the rebroadcast or the podcast. So I rested on Thursday, did housework on Friday. On Saturday is when I participated in Juneteenth events. So I went to 2 events. The first one I went to was a Black farmers market. So I didn't get any produce, but I did get a few products that I want to share with you right now. And so the first, let me pull the chair closer so I can get to them. So the first product that I want to share with you that I got was a t-shirt. I'm going to leave it on the hanger. But this is a t-shirt that I purchased. It's not called, but it says smelling like cocoa butter, shea butter, almond oil, melanin, and goals. Yes, it's so wrinkled because I just washed it and I hung it up to wash. I wasn't sure how these letters gonna hold up, so I washed it and hung it up. So this is a t-shirt that I got from the Black Farmers Market. There was only a little bit of produce out there, but there were many vendors out there. So I got this t-shirt. The young lady, her business is named Brooklyn Curls and Curves. Her theme in quotations: bold curls, beautiful curves, unstoppable confidence. So you can find her at BKLYN curlsandcurves.com. I'll add the link to the description afterwards. So you can order this shirt. I don't know if this shirt is up there or not, but I did see the bag. I saw the bag up there. The bag is actually on sale, according to the website. So Brooklyn Curls and Curves. You can follow her on social media. Check her out on her website. And so I didn't get any bags, child. I got bags busting out the seams. So I love this shirt. It's an extra large. I wanted a 2X. It's an extra large. But for an extra large, y'all, it is a little snug. So like I got my I love God, but some of his children get on my nerves t-shirt that I got from the We Grow festival that I went to last week. This is an extra large and it fits pretty good. When I put this extra large on, it felt like a large. And so just keep that in mind if you choose to order shirts from Miss Brooklyn, Curls and Curves. But I'm excited to wear this shirt. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get some, maybe I'll find some gold shorts or something to wear with it. I don't know. But I'm excited to wear this shirt somewhere. Smelling like cocoa butter, shea butter, almond oil, melanin, and golds. Y'all, that reminds me of that video that somebody recorded of one of the horses in the UK. And child, it's a mess, but maybe I'll add the link to the chat, but I won't talk about it. All right, so the second, I only purchased from two Black-owned businesses. The second one is called, let me get her business card. It's called LP Creative Custom. So I did check the website out for this, but the website is inactive. So, yeah, but it's LP Creative Customs and it's CUSTOMZ. Okay, Z at the end. So, anywho, I purchased rather this t shirt from her, which I absolutely love the saying on the t shirt. And it says, stereotyped as lazy ever since we stopped working for free. I had to get this and I couldn't let this one go, y'all. So this is what it looks like. Now, y'all, I asked for an extra large. Can y'all see that? I asked for an extra large, y'all. And I didn't look at it, like I didn't open it up or anything. I was just like, wanted an extra large. Y'all, I think this is a child's extra large. I didn't say adult extra large. I didn't say child's extra large. I just thought it would be an adult extra large. But when I took this out of the bag and looked at it, I was like, this looks like it's for a child. And so even though it says extra large, it say extra large on the tag. I don't say child's extra large because y'all, if y'all bought t-shirts for children, it would say a youth extra large. Y'all, I'm gonna put this on for y'all. The podcast, I know y'all can't see it. So look, y'all, this is as far as I got with this. That's about as far as I can. Y'all see it, but it say it's extra large. So I started to email her, but I didn't, and I don't know that I will. But I was just really disappointed. I was just like, because I love this thing on this. I was looking forward to wearing it, but I was like, ain't no way I can go wear this unless I get back down to a smaller size, and potentially I can wear it then. But yeah, y'all, child, I was disappointed. So anyway, I did purchase this from her. So I'm just saying, if y'all see her out and about, make sure y'all get an adult extra large, adult medium, adult small, or whatever adult size you need. Because like I was like, she got me on that one. I don't know if because I don't sell t-shirts at all, but I buy t-shirts, and I know enough to know that I can look at. I looked at that and was like, that looked like a small. Somebody either mislabeled that or what. But I was disappointed in that one. Now I was disappointed in that LP. Yeah, I'm gonna say her name again. LP Creative Customs with a Z. Like I said, her website was not working, but that's the card. So even though I was disappointed in the t-shirt, I do love the other products that I got from her, because I did get some other things from her. Okay, but I do love them. So the t-shirt was a bomb. I'll share it with somebody or keep it. I ain't even gonna tell you what I thought about doing with it, but I'm gonna take a sip of water. Praise the Lord. Ain't nobody telling me I have 15 more minutes. So I guess y'all gonna just let me talk. That's okay. So she made hats. She decorates hats. So this is my hat. Let me get it right. It says bougie. Now I was telling her I don't think I'm bougie. Do y'all think I'm bougie? I don't think I'm bougie, but I just like the decorations. Y'all, you see that beautiful rose, you see the diamond, you see the apple right there. That's for my teacher. So she was selling this set. So I got the hat. I really like the bag. That's what I really got. So she was matching the bags and the hats. And this came as a set, and it was a good deal, y'all. So I got my bag. My bag says pretty by nature. So I was like, oh, I needed a pretty by nature, but she's out. She had with bougie. So I said, I'm not bougie, but I take it. So Power, Beauty by Nature, pink. So it has a diamond, the lipstick, the I don't know what kind of gel that is, but it's some gel in. But this was just too cute for me to pass up. And when she said you get it as a set, I was like, that's my set. So thank you for that LP custom. Excuse me, LP Creative Customs with a Z. So this is one thing. I got a couple more to show you that I got from her. So I got this set from her. I don't wear a lot of hats. When I saw these hats, I thought about my cousin who used to wear hats all the time. I don't think she wears them as much anymore. But I mainly wear hats in the winter because with me keeping my hair short, it'd be cold. My hair be cold in the winter. So look, y'all, I love this one. I had to get this one. This is my Juneteenth hat. Y'all see it? It's got the beautiful roses on the side. It's got the black girl in the middle. It has a rich culture and these safety pins with the beads in it. Y'all, come on, somebody. I was like, this is it right here. I love this. And so the hat says Blacknificent. Come on, somebody. Blacknificent, African queen, talented, black, gorgeous, soulful. And then I forgot my green star. So y'all, what y'all think? Do y'all like the hat? I love it. I absolutely love it. So I got that from LP Creative Custom. So she did me right with that one. Oh, this I had y'all. I had to get this one. I forgot to take my paper out of this one. And so these came with the paper in them, came really nice, really clean, but they're new. So of course they clean. So this next hat is a black hat, and it says unapologetically pretty, black, and educated. Unapologetically pretty, black, and educated. Y'all see the detail of the pearls, the flower, the heart with the pearls in it, the pearls on the side. I was like, put that in my bag, please. So I love this hat. What y'all think? Y'all put it in the chat. Tell me what y'all think. All right, the last thing that I got from LP is, so this one, she had the hats all on different racks. She had some on the table and some on the rack. So when I went to the back side, because she's like, come on around. So I went around close to her table, and when I saw this one, I was like, oh, I got to get this one. Now I got to get this one with the glam to it. Now I don't think I'm a fancy person of glam, but I had to get this hat, y'all. It says glam shine in the beads. Y'all see the beads? Y'all see the diamonds sparkling? Y'all see the flower on the flowers to the side? I got some pearls at the top. Child, I couldn't leave this one. And the young lady that was with her, she was like, oh, I didn't even see that one. And I was like, you want, so I left it there. And I went around because she had two little rounders with hats on it. So I went around, then I came back around and said, well, since you didn't get it, I'm going to go on and take it. This one feels like it's a little short, but I think because I need to adjust the back. But child, I had to get this one. So she did me right with these hats. I think I like the way the black one fits really snug. And it might be that I just need to adjust the adjusters in the back. But this was a neat idea, y'all. She just took some basic baseball caps and she decorated them and made them fancy for, I guess, all the fancy or the bougie people. So what y'all think of the hats? Let me know what you think about them in the comment section. I love them. I'm excited to wear them. I'm hoping to. Oh, y'all, and I didn't. Y'all, did y'all see the pin to the side? Got a little bling bling to the side, a heart pin to the side, and just like the details, y'all, with the diamonds and the pearls attached, like the details with these hats, and they were inexpensive, y'all. She sold them at a really good price, and so I'm very thankful that I was able to get the hats from her, LP Creative Customs, and I really love them. And so if you can find her, definitely order from her. And I don't think I'll share these hats. I'm going to keep all of them because I really like them, and I'll just have to get some out. I already know what I'm wear the black one with, but I'll have to figure out the other two. Woo, I would love to wear them to church, but I don't wear hats at church unless it's a church hat. So I might have to wait till like a Bible study if we're having like a special event, like community day or something like that. So I wanted to say the hats are pretty. Yeah, they are beautiful. Like what a beautiful idea, right? What a neat idea to decorate hats, And I love the butterflies. I didn't even realize the butterflies on the side of the unapologetically pretty, black, and educated. Like just the details that she added to each hat very creative, very beautiful. And so I really love that I was able to get these hats from her and that she sold them at a very reasonable price, y'all. So that is all I have for my Black owned businesses. Y'all didn't tell me what y'all did for Juneteenth. Well, go ahead and add it to the chat or add it to the comment section later. Okay, y'all. The last thing that I want to share with us is that I'm going to say we're in voting season. Like, I'm going to say we are in voting season. New York had their primaries. They had early voting over the last couple of weeks, and they had their primary on this past Tuesday. And this past Tuesday. And so their primary was for the mayoral race. And also Virginia, was it Virginia? Yeah, Virginia has had their primaries as well. I thought South Carolina had, but I'm not sure about South Carolina, but I know New York and Virginia. So it prompted me to check, because I haven't been on the State Board of Elections website since either last year or early this year. But I went on my state board because I knew our primaries are coming up. So we have our first primaries in September, if I'm not mistaken. And I didn't realize that they were going to be this early. So I'm so thankful that I was listening to my community talk about the mayoral race in New York, because again, it prompted me to check my state board of elections to check when my primaries are. So our first one we have one in September and November, because the dates are already on my page, on my quote unquote, my page on the State Board of Elections website. So I wanted to encourage all of us, check your State Board of Elections website so that you know when your primaries are, okay? We are voting in a general election. Well, the primary election, I'm say primary general election. I don't know if general election is just for the presidential race. I should know that, but I don't. But the primaries are next year, 2026. So of course we're some of the races that are happening now to see who the candidate will be for whatever race is that is up for whatever race or position is up for re-election. And so check your State Board of Elections website to see when your primaries are taking place. Okay, check it out, you all, because like I said, I didn't realize mine was coming up so soon. I was thinking it wasn't going to be in the spring, but it's actually in September. And I try to vote even in primaries. I'm going to vote because, and I say try because years ago I did miss a couple of elections, but that was years ago. Since then, every election that they have, even special elections, I'm at the ballot box because I want to cast my vote at every single election, because elections matter. We can see from the November 2024 election, elections matter. If we would have come through for Vice President Kamala Harris, we would not have the mess that we are currently experiencing in America. Elections have consequences. I don't know who coined that frame. I think it could have been President Barack Obama. I don't remember who it was, but elections have consequences. And so again, for the third time or the fourth time, check your State Board of Elections website so that you know when you're voting primary season. Well, I'm considering voting season to be happening right now, but so that you will know the specific dates for your voting, for your primary voting in your county, okay, in your state, okay, because it does vary by county as well. And so y'all check it out. And I also want to let you know, I put the link to my video already from, I think it was last month, or I think it was May. There's a gentleman who I chat with while I'm watching, or he's in the chat while I'm watching Roland Martin Unfiltered on the Black Star Network. He's one of the chatters. And so he was watching my show this particular evening, or either he watched the rebroadcast, but he heard me talking about the House of Representatives election. And so he actually added a comment section to indicate all the Republicans that need to be voted out in 2026. So whether you vote Republican or Democrat or Independent or Green Party, People's Party, whoever you vote for, just vote. Vote your conviction, okay? Vote in your best interest and the best interest of your community and your state, okay? But that's what he listed, and it's some great information. So I already added the link to the description, so you can go to that video, check out the comment section. He has a list of every state that has a Republican that needs to be voted out according to his post. Republican that needs to be voted out, because I did want that information. I wanted to know which seats were up for re-election, in particular Republicans. He added that information, so check it out. And then do the research for your state. Check it out. Do the research about or concerning the Republican candidates, the Democratic candidates, the Green Party candidates, the People's Party candidates, and the other parties that are producing or putting putting candidates up. I'm gonna get it right. So for all the parties that have candidates that are running, check out their history, check out their campaign page. Like, listen, go to their town halls, listen, so you'll know who they are, what they are about, and again, vote your conviction. I am partial to voting more so for Democrats because they, in my opinion, have the people's best interests in mind and in heart, as opposed to the Republicans. And that's just historical, or not historical, but that's what I have noticed over the last few decades. I'll just stay there, over the last few decades, because historically the roles were reversed. The Republicans were the ones fighting for the people, and the Democrats were like the rich white, quote unquote, rich white folk, but those roles have since reversed. And so over the last several decades, at least as long as I've been alive and voting, I've seen more benefits from having a Democrat in offices as opposed to Republicans in office. So that's my opinion. This is the Stephanie Humphrey channel. Sip and Say with Stephanie. I say what I want to say on my channel. That's what I feel. That's what I believe. So that's what I'm going with. That there are more Democrats that are fighting for the people as opposed to Republicans. You can look at some of you who are older than me, check it out for yourself. If you're older than me, you have more of the history, more of the lived history. So you can say better than I, but again, that is what I've seen in the last several decades since I've been voting. So check your state Board of Elections website, check your state Board of Elections website, check your state Board of Elections website, and see what primary races are happening in your area. Make sure that you get registered to vote if you're not registered. Research the candidates so that you know what platform they are running on, and vote your conviction. Vote your conviction. Vote your conviction. Just vote. Just get your hind parts out and vote, and then vote your conviction, or do your mail-in ballots, absentee, whatever it is. All the information is on the website. The dates are on the website. So check your state Board of Elections website. Yes, I'm saying it for the 10th time because I want y'all to check your state Board of Elections website so you'll know the dates for the primary, the early voting season, and the day of voting date. All right, y'all. That's all. Y'all, there is a video. I promise it's going to be the last thing. Let me see what time it is. It's 7:31, so I'm 1 minute over. I'm going to try to find the video. I forgot that I actually wanted to tell you all about this video a couple of months ago. And I don't know if you remember me talking about it a couple of months ago, but when it was Sip and Say with Stephanie time, I think Uncle Gregory came on for me. I can't remember, but I wasn't able to come. I'm going to try to find it's on social media, and I'm going to try to find it. And if I do find it again, I'm going to add it to the description, and hopefully you can access it without having to have an account. I initially thought the video was a joke, but I believe it was serious. When I watched it, like by the third time, I was like, okay, this is serious. So there's these two ladies. Y'all know how people do split screen. So it's two ladies. One of them considers herself to be an atheist, and the other one considers herself to be a witch. I don't condone witchery of any kind, but this video, okay? So the woman who says she is an atheist, she is actually praying to God concerning Donald Trump. And yes, I did say his name, concerning Donald Trump. As she is praying, I don't know who she's praying to. I believe she's praying to the God that I know, but she curses so much in her prayer. I don't know who she's praying to. But what's so interesting is the witch. Of course, she's quote unquote in agreement with the atheist during this prayer, and the witch, as the atheist is cursing in her prayer, her quote unquote prayer. I'm doing the air quotes from a podcast listener. The witch is like, she's shocked by the things that she's hearing, y'all. The video, when I first saw it, it was hilarious. I laughed, but then as I was listening, I was like, they're serious. But the way she's praying and how she's praying is, she not lying in her prayer. But it's just interesting that things have gotten so. My thought was, it's interesting that things have gotten so bad in America that witches and atheists are touching and agreeing in prayer that something changes in these here divided states of America. That's what struck me. Like, things got so bad that we got an atheist and a witch praying. Child, you know it's bad. So anyway, I'll try to find the video again. I'm gonna search it out, and if I find it, I'm gonna put the link in the description so you all can hear it. Okay. Child, it's something. It's something. All right, y'all. I'm done. It is. Oh, I'm not done. I got one more thing. Y'all know preachers have 3 closings, so that's number 2. Make sure y'all wear y'all sunscreen. It's summertime. Get y'all some Black Girl sunscreen. This is my spray. I use this on my face and sometimes on my body because I don't have my face gel that I normally get. I ran out, so I use this one on my face. It's for my face and my body. And also get you some Black Girl sunscreen. Okay. They're both Black Girl sunscreen. This is a spray. This is a cream. So again, I just spray it on my face. I spray it on my body. Gives my body a little bit of a glow. It don't last long just because my skin, not because of Black Girl sunscreen, because my skin be so dry. And I just use this on my body. So get you some Black Girl sunscreen. Black people, we need to wear sunscreen during the summer. Matter of fact, we need to wear sunscreen year round because the sun is shining year round. But I have a tendency to wear mines more during the summer. Y'all don't tell Black Girl sunscreen I said that, but we should wear our sunscreen year round. Okay, so get y'all some Black Girl sunscreen. Last time did she have a sale going on? I don't know if she did or not, but check out Black Girl sunscreen. Let me put this down. I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and then I'll add the link to the description so y'all can go ahead and have it. But patronize. This is a Black owned and woman owned business. Of course, you can use the sunscreen of your choice, y'all. Like, you really can. But y'all know I'm Black girl, Black owned business all day, every day. So here is the link. I just added to the chat. Y'all get y'all some Black Girl sunscreen or any sunscreen that has 30, I'm about to say 300, but 30 SPF or more, okay? 30 SPF or more is best to protect us from the UVA and the UVB spectrum, okay? That, I promise you, I'm done. Y'all be blessed. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you all the first Thursday in July. It'll be July 3rd, y'all. Come on in here, somebody. Y'all have a blessed night, and I will talk to you all later. Don't forget to like this episode and share it with your friends. Take care.